Have you ever come across a company that promises not just better health, but a completely new lifestyle? A company that's in over 40 countries, all with one very powerful message? Well, today we're going to break down the business model of that exact company, Greenworld.
Right out of the gate, Greenworld makes this huge three-part promise: better health, more wealth, and, just overall happiness. And this isn't just some marketing slogan tucked away on their website. No, this is the absolute core of their global appeal, and it's what pulls thousands and thousands of people in. So, that leads to a pretty simple question, right? But the answer, well, it's a bit more complicated than you might think. Are they selling a product? Is it an opportunity? A lifestyle? To really get it, we need to peel this thing back layer by layer.
Okay, so at its heart, Greenworld is really running on two tracks at the same time. On one track, you've got all these health and wellness products, but on the other, you have a business opportunity, basically a path to financial freedom. And these two things, they are totally, completely intertwined.
And believe me, they are not shy about emphasizing the financial side of things. This is a direct quote from a business presentation for new recruits. It really sets the tone, making it crystal clear what the main goal is for a lot of people who sign up.
So we get it. The financial promise is a huge, huge draw. But that whole promise is built on a foundation of actual, physical products. So what exactly are people buying and selling here? Let's take a look.
And as you can see, the product line is, well, it's massive. It covers everything from teas and capsules to these really specialized powders. It seems like the strategy here is to have a solution for just about every health concern you can think of. It creates this huge catalog of stuff that distributors can then go out and sell.
All right, we've seen the products. Now let's get into the structure. This is where that whole business opportunity really starts to take shape. Because it's not just about selling products. It's about building a team inside a very, very specific framework.
This here lays out the whole path for a distributor, and what's really fascinating is how you move up. You start as a 1-star, just for signing up, but look, to get to 3-star and beyond, the key isn't just what you sell, it's about recruiting 3 people and then helping them move up. Your own promotion is literally tied to the success of the people you bring in. This is the classic setup of what's known as multi-level marketing, or an MLM.
And this quote from one of their training presentations just perfectly captures the whole mechanic of the system. As they rise, you rise. Your success isn't really your own. It's fundamentally built on the success of the team that you recruit.
So the ranks and the recruiting, that's the structure. But how does that structure actually turn into money in your pocket? All right, now let's follow the money.
There are really two main ways distributors get paid. The first one is retailing. You buy products at a discount, you sell them for a profit. Simple enough. But the second way, that's where that rise as they rise thing comes in. You earn bonuses based on the total sales of the team you've recruited, what's often called your downline.
Okay, check out this real-world example from Greenworld in Kenya. You can see exactly how this works. Your bonus percentage goes up as your team's total sales hit bigger and bigger targets. Getting a 20% bonus means your team needs to sell over 26,000 shillings worth of product. But to get to that top-tier 40% bonus, your team has to generate over 8 million. The message is pretty clear. You need a big team to hit those big targets and unlock the biggest paydays.
And the rewards for hitting those top levels, they are pretty significant. This number, 1,050,000 Kenyan shillings, that's the small car award they give to distributors who hit level 7 within a year. It's a real high-value prize that makes that wealth promise feel very, very tangible.
So we've seen the products, we've seen the structure, we've seen the potential rewards, but what's the day-to-day reality like for someone actually trying to climb that ladder? Well, the company's own success guides, they give a surprisingly honest perspective.
This line from a distributor's success guide just sets the stage perfectly. It's an admission that success isn't just about how passionate you are or how good you are at selling. It's really about processing a huge, huge volume of people.
And here are the numbers behind that game. They are pretty stark. According to one guide, for every 100 people who join your team, you should expect 85 of them to quit within 3 months. Just gone. Maybe 10 will stick around as part-timers, which leaves just 1 or 2 people who are actually serious and committed. That is a massive churn rate.
And distributors are flat out told to expect this. It's a really frank admission that the vast, vast majority of people you recruit are just going to quit. This points to a huge challenge. You have to be constantly recruiting new people, not just to grow your team, but to simply stop it from shrinking.
And this constant challenge has a name. It's called attrition. It's the churn of people leaving the business. For a distributor in a model like this, fighting attrition isn't just part of the job, it pretty much is the job. You constantly have to find new people just to replace that 85% that you know is going to leave.
Okay, so we've looked at the products, the structure, the money, and the reality on the ground for distributors. Now, let's connect all those dots and see the complete picture of this model.
So here it is, all brought together. Greenworld sells health products using this multi-level system where distributors earn from their own sales and, more importantly, from the sales of their recruits. To climb the ranks and really succeed, you have to build a big team and constantly recruit to fight that massive attrition rate. And for the very, very few who actually make it to the top, yeah, the rewards can be pretty substantial. And that brings us right back to where we started. In a system where most people quit, and where your success depends on constantly bringing in new people, what is the real product being sold here? Is it the blueberry tea and the vitamin capsules? Or is it the dream of financial freedom itself? That's something to think about.